So I'm currently in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and so we've been in lockdown, I think 3 times now. So it's been really hard, especially not getting to the gym. I've been spending a lot of time doing a lot of cardio while the gyms are closed, but now thankfully the gyms are open. We're getting back to normal. But I definitely had to change my workout style a lot. Like I was doing a lot of cardio, like I said, and then I actually had cement weights my friend gave me. So I was using those in the backyard, which was interesting. Currently we are pretty much fully open. Like you can go to the gyms and everything. You have to wear masks. As of October 4th, you need to be fully vaccinated, which I am, in order to go to any gyms or anywhere. And I think you still need to be wearing masks, but I'm not fully sure. So I played soccer my entire life, probably since I was like 5 at least. So I played 3 sports continuously through my life. So I played soccer mostly, so that's in the fall, and then I did alpine ski racing in the winter, which is a lot of dry land, which is actually how I started getting into weightlifting, and then I did track and field in the spring, and then I just, yeah, spent a lot of my time in sports, and I've tried almost every sport, and I really enjoyed it, and I kind of gave up on competitive sports when I got to university, and now I'm just kind of weightlifting for fun. Well, like I said, I was doing dry land for alpine. We also did it for track and field. So I like grew up with trainers who would kind of introduce me to like lifting and lifting styles and kind of like what you need to be working on, especially how to do compound lifts pretty well. So then I stopped doing sports competitively, and I like being athletic. I like doing things, so I just decided to continue with the lifting and focus less on the sports aspect. Um, I don't know, I guess just staying motivated. I lift because of mental health issues, so I think when I'm starting to have some big mental health problems, I stop lifting and I start losing motivation, but I don't know, it just keeps me motivated just getting through the day, and it's the best thing I look forward to throughout the whole day. Well, I've definitely had, the worries and concerns about being considered bulky. I think that's what a lot of girls are worried about. And honestly, I don't care. I always joke with my friends that I would love to just be able to lift more than all the guys and how I want to outlift everyone. And honestly, I do that at the gym. I like to have internal competitions. But I think there's a lot of stigma among girls lifting, and I think it's ridiculous. I think we can do whatever guys can do. And if you enjoy it, you should do it. And that's what I think about every day. I would probably suggest not caring what people think, because I think the biggest thing about people trying to get into weightlifting is like, oh, what are people going to think of me at the gym? What are they going to, I don't know, say to me? I think you can't worry about that. I think you just have to go, and if it feels good and you have good form, then you can just keep going with it. And I think that's the best advice I could give. I know I was really concerned about what people were going to think of me when I started, and now I don't care. Like trying a new exercise, you're always going to look a little awkward and you're always going to feel a little awkward, but like no one cares. Everyone's too worried about what they're looking like. So I work out every day, which is not the best. I don't like to take rest days, which I know is terrible, because you're supposed to take a rest day, but I'm trying to be better about that, and I'd like to do active rest days. But yeah, I work out every day for like an hour and a half to 2 hours after work. And I mean, it's not jam packed workout. Like I like to take rests and, socialize because that is an aspect of lifting. But yeah, just an hour and a half, 2 hours every day. I don't follow a specific program. I tried to cut in the summer, it did not go well. I am very into food, and so I have a hard time sticking to a specific program. I try to focus mainly on getting the protein that I need. So I have a protein shake every day. I like to eat a lot of like chickpeas because those are high in protein. I like quinoa as like my kind of carby source instead of rice because that has a decent amount of protein. But I like to not have like cheat meals all the time, but like you can eat what you want as long as you're smart about it. Like, do tend to eat healthy otherwise. Ooh, nachos. I have this soft spot for nachos, and I don't know what it is, and that was one of the things I had to give up when I started getting into weightlifting. So that's definitely my cheat meal. So I'm actually done with university. So I've been out of school for this is my, 2 years. So I work 8 to 4 every day. So I tend to get into bed by 10, which is pretty early. But so I sleep from like 10 until 7-ish. And I have insomnia, so I don't get those full hours, but try to get as much as I can because sleep is important and I'm exhausted from work in the gym. So definitely need all that rest. It's definitely hard. The weeks are really hard for me just because I'm exhausted by the time I get home from work in the gym and I don't have a lot of motivation. So I try to plan things in advance. I'm a huge planner. So if I plan things in advance, I can mentally and physically prepare for kind of the social aspect that may come out after the gym or work or whatever. But tend to socialize a lot more on the weekends when I have time to go to the gym in the morning and then kind of the rest of my day to see friends and family and all that. No. My favorite is tied between legs and back, and I think those are definitely my strongest because I enjoy working them, so I work those out more often than the other ones, and that's why they're probably my best. So I actually used to throw javelin for track and field in high school, and I was ranked number 1 in my state at one point, which was probably the highlight of my life. So I don't think I'll ever get into competitive weightlifting because I think that would take away the joy for me personally. I know people get really into it and I'm really, in awe of how they put their time and effort and can do all those things, but I think it's more for my mental health than anything else that I enjoy. So I set goals like I benched a plate the other day and that was like my goal for the summer was to hit that. So I just make like small goals. Like eventually I'm hoping to squat 2 plates, doing more than one rep on a plate benching. So just like small goals like that, I don't think I'm gonna, ever weight lift competitively. So my best friend Carly is probably my biggest inspiration inside the gym. She and I lift together a lot, and she's always motivated, and she motivates me, and I motivate her. And it's kind of like a back-to-back motivation. So we definitely push each other, and I don't know. She makes me want to be a better person, and that sounds cheesy, but it's true. Outside the gym, I would probably say her as well. She's definitely the best person in my life, and we push each other in every single way. So she's definitely, one of my favorites.